corner. And I burst up like Hunter. Say she want a man to walk her. Only two young maximum slammer. When we touch down, we go play shell down. When we touch down, we go play shell down. When we touch down, we go play shell down. When we touch down, we go play shell down. When you see we Juve morning, all we do is chip. Behind the truck Juve morning, we black and we green still. All a girl inside a van, make she bend and stick. She jam like we don't give a damn. We mad and we stick. When we touch down, we open shell up. When we touch down, we open shell up.
We are 1540 AM Power 104.5 FM, the national voice of the Bahamas. Got the music of Cloud 5 right there, and no behavior. 6:53 is the time. Got to keep it locked and loaded. Definitely stick and stay. And of course, it is right around that time for us to head back over to the Met Office, where we find Ian McKenzie for another look at the weather.
Otherwise, across the country, in the general situation, a high-pressure ridge across the northwest Bahamas will begin to retreat eastwards today, ahead of an approaching cold front that is expected to stall just north of the area on Saturday morning. Special warnings are in place. Boaters in the extreme northwest Bahamas should remain vigilant for possible waterspout activity, while beachgoers should continue to exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along east and south coast beaches. Weather for all areas today: partly to mostly sunny, breezy and warm with a chance of a few passing showers, mainly across the extreme northwest Bahamas. Weather turning mostly fair and mild tonight. For you boaters, a small craft caution remains in effect across all areas. Winds will be southerly at 15 to 20 knots this morning, falling to 10 to 15 knots by this evening in the northwest Bahamas, and east to southeast at 15 to 20 knots over the ocean in the central and southeast Bahamas. You can expect winds to be gusty at times across all areas. For the seas will be running 4 to 7 feet across all areas, but subsiding to 2 to 4 feet by tonight in the northwest Bahamas. You can expect seas to be higher in gusts. Daytime high in the capital should get up to 86 Fahrenheit or 30 on the Celsius, with the low dipping down tonight to 74 Fahrenheit or 23 on the Celsius scale. The official sunrise in the capital will be at 7 a.m. this morning and sunset at 7:25 p.m. this evening. Tide will be high at 8:45 a.m., low at 2:59 p.m., high again at 9:09 p.m. tonight. In your extended forecast, as the high pressure continues to retreat, residents and visitors can expect improving beaching and boating conditions across most of the country this weekend. Meanwhile, the previously mentioned frontal boundary is expected to meander just north of the country and increase rain and possible severe weather chances across the extreme northwest Bahamas through the weekend. Outlook for Saturday, weather partners.
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know ye therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
It's Friday, April 1st, 2022, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, another life lost on the streets of the capital this morning. The ease of doing business in a digital environment. We head to the Berry Islands, and it's April Fool's Day. So let's start the morning off right.
The Morning Edition is brought to you by We Buy, You Sell Company, your leading hurricane impact windows, doors, and tile specialist.
Well, it's Friday, and it's also Prankster Day. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, everybody. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm Charles Fisher. Let's get to it. It's April Fool's Day.
Oh, it's going to be a pretty interesting morning. I'm sure it's going to be.
Remember any jokes you played on persons?
No, I'm not good with jokes. You probably would call them stale, so I'll have to stay away from that. Yeah. I tell very stale jokes.
I know you tell a lot of tales, but I didn't know you tell a lot of stale jokes. Well, I brought you a treat this morning. I know that you are one of my best friends here at the corporation. Not to say that it is true. That's an April Fool's joke right there off the top. I brought you, have you seen a guava this size?
Yeah.
This is the regular size guava right now.
And it's like a Jamaican guava?
No, these American guavas.
The American guava.
So I brought you a treat, and I have already heard saying that the newsroom is nice aroma of guava. I've already heard the Rona audio man. He is asking for one, but I did not bring in.
So is the inside pink or is it white?
It's pink. It's a pink. You can open. You can open
well,
it.
We should have had something to cut it, but yeah. Oh, jeez.
This inside is pink. So you can take. I know I gave you some apples the other day. So
did you wash this?
Yeah, I washed it. So you can. Yes. So it's nice. You know, I'm treating you very well today.
I have to make sure.
Taste. Very sweet, eh?
No worms on this one.
No, this is very. I picked it when I picked them yesterday off the tree. I said this is especially fun to do. I have to make up them off my.
So you got to give Roscoe and Agatha and Teron.
No, I didn't feed the 5,000. I only brought for you.
Okay.
I may give Roscoe the small one because Roscoe is one of my good friends. Yes,
this is good.
And this one is for Agatha since she celebrated her 68th birthday the other day. So I'm going to give it to her.
68. Oh, yes. Lord, Agatha.
But you know why I'm so happy this morning? Because Crystal Darling is back. She was out for the last 2 days under the weather. Crystal, good morning. I know the viewers are happy to see that smile again, but we begin with some sad news on the streets.
Good morning, Fisher and LaDonna, and good morning, Bahamas. We're here on Sir Milo Butler Highway, where we can see that traffic is really picking up this morning, especially heading in the northern direction. Now, we are here this morning with Officer Patrick Kemp. Good morning, Officer Kemp.
Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Bahamas.
Okay, and we're also on the scene of what would have been a traffic fatality that happened during the wee hours of the morning. Officer Kemp, could you talk to us about what would have happened here?
It's sometime around 2:30 this morning, Crystal. Police control would have reported a serious traffic crash on Sir Milo Butler, and that the vehicle was engulfed in flame. Fire department was dispatched to the scene along with the serious accident response team from the traffic department, and we would have discovered a Kia Sorento vehicle. Apparently this vehicle would have been traveling northbound on St. Milo Butler Highway when the driver would have lost control, glided into the guardrail, and evidently ended up in the southbound lane on St. Milo. The vehicle was engulfed in flame, and after the fire department would have extinguished the fire, we would have discovered a female occupant still inside that vehicle. I want to encourage the drivers to continually drive with due care and attention, and also pay special attention when traveling through the streets. Obviously, Crystal, based on from where the impact would have happened to where the car came to a stop, speed may have played a factor in this collision. However, the details of the accident is still uncertain, and so we'll give any further updates moving forward as to the details of this accident or who the driver was.
Thank you so much for that this morning, Officer Kemp. Back to you in the studio, Fisher and LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Christy. We are waking up to 75 degrees, partly cloudy, wind south at 30 miles per hour. Humidity 88%. Our high pressure ridge across the northwest Bahamas will begin to retreat eastwards today ahead of an approaching cold front that is expected to stall just north of the area on Saturday morning. All areas weather partly to mostly sunny, breezy and warm, with a chance of a few passing showers mainly across the extreme northwest Bahamas today. Mostly fair and mild tonight. Your daytime high temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low of 72. And as we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday, Saturday mostly sunny and humid, 84 in the day, 73 at night. And then on Sunday we expect a stray shower in the afternoon, but that should get out of here. 83 in the day, 73 at night.
Government agency heads and other leaders learning more about the Digital Transformation Unit's plans to improve the ease of doing business. Keynote speaker at the one-day digital symposium, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis deemed the event necessary.
Rely on technology to help us educate our youth, care for the sick, secure our borders and neighborhoods, cultivate and distribute our food, design and build our homes, travel from land to land, and so on. It almost goes without saying that any serious effort to promote growth and national development must now include the infusion of information technology into the public sector.
Police launching Operation Ceasefire, its law enforcement's response to the recent spate of murders reportedly sparked by gang wars.
That started on Monday past, which would have yielded some positive results where we added additional officers and saturated a specific community and targeted persons and groups. And thus far, we've arrested about 6 persons for armed robbery and possession of unlawful firearms in 3 separate incidents. One stemming out of Wilson Truck, one incident in the Calpen Road area, and the other incident, I think it was in the Grove community.
From its top brass to its constables, more than 300 medals awarded to police officers during a medal presentation ceremony at the Police Conference Center, marking the end of Police Month activities. Governor General, His Excellency the Most Honorable Sir Cornelius A. Smith, presenting the awards that range from medals for gallantry to long service. National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Monroe praised the officers for their continued sacrifice and dedication.
Because you know full well that the public who you fight so hard to serve, who you put your life on the line for, are the very same public who seek to question your integrity, who seek to question your loyalty, and who seek to, at every turn, not give you the benefit of the same doubt that we constitutionally give to criminals. And so I don't think I could do your job.
Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Gladys Hannah Martin, outlining plans to address the national teacher shortage. She was responding to the issue raised by Member of Parliament for Long Island, Adrian Gibson, in the House of Assembly on Wednesday.
This issue of teacher shortage is a very chronic, vexing issue, exacerbated by the decision of the prior administration not to hire a full complement that was recommended, and in a cutback created an instant deficit. We've now identified in every island, including Long Island, where the shortages are, in which subject matters, and we are about to seek to undertake, which we hope will be an aggressive recruitment for the purposes of filling these vacancies.
The government's holding firm it has no financial records to say exactly how $53 million was spent on the former administration's national feeding program. Calls are once again being made to those responsible to come forward and present any information or financial statements that could assist in showing how the money was spent.
The financial secretary has gone on record saying that they cannot get the answers that they need. Because I don't want it to seem as if it's the government against any NGO. Because by far, that's not what's happening here. And that's not the intention, right? And I want to put it right back to where it should have gone back to. And that is a defeat of the former Minister of Finance and the former Minister of Social Services. Because they were given carriage of this program. It should have been their responsibility as former Ministers of Finance and Social Services to ensure accurate accounting. Administrations change. When administration comes in, they shouldn't have to be looking left, right, and center, trying to find information if accounting was done accurately and properly.
My name is Rawiya Hannah Rami, and I am the VP of Legal and Regulatory at Cable Bahamas Limited and Alive. I believe that a key to my success was never being afraid to continue learning and ask questions, particularly for a woman. I think any woman getting into a profession should never be afraid to shine or to show how smart she is, and they should not be afraid to climb and to learn.
Nature-based tourism supplies almost $50 million in revenue for Androsians every year. These priceless resources will continue to provide renewable benefits for thousands of people for years to come, as long as we take long-term action to preserve what's rightfully ours. The natural environment has played a vital role in our culture and economy for generations. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Local experts will tell you that people from all social circles become gamblers. And as Makush Lapinda tells us, this morning it's just a matter of who's more at risk.
Gamblers really don't like money, or they don't really do it for the money. Let's just put it like that.
As nurse Paulette Dean has found, it's more so for the thrill of it, which works out pretty good for those easily bored.
It's something to do with the gambler's mind, okay? Just want to be in that moment. It's like a magical moment, and it's a time when you want to really, really be all to yourself, and that is really your best friend.
A best friend that also takes you from pain and suffering, but if not pushed aside, takes full control over one's life.
What it does is numbing the effect of some of their issues that they're dealing with, because they have problems with coping problems, and of course they have low self-esteem. So when they win some money, they feel like they are big and bad. Okay, so they associate winning with being popular or being successful. Okay, and they are the people who look more for validation from others. They don't have that inward motivation to do anything, or they feel like they need somebody to make them feel good. So they get all caught up in that whole issue of trying to please others and make themselves feel and look good.
And Nurse Dean is not just speaking as a professional, but a reformed gambler.
And many times through the night I would have been gambling, and by morning 0 cent, and that was like the horror for me when there was no more money on the machine to gamble. And when I would have started, I would have said, somebody need to pay light bill or whatever, or I had a problem with I need some money for the rent or whatever. But when I got the rent money, I totally forgot I had an issue. And I just continued playing until it got to 0.
Local officials are pushing the message that there is help available. After all, if left unchecked, addiction spirals out of control.
While creating a new era in an economic prosperity, the Barry Island set for across-the-board changes to enhance infrastructure. Lloyd Allen has more on the changing face of this northern paradise.
pandemic, the country has experienced a boom of visitors here in the Bahamas. But in places like the Berry Islands, officials are hopeful that once infrastructural upgrades are complete, a similar boom will occur. The Berry Islands has faced infrastructural challenges common throughout the Family Islands, including bad roads, water concerns, and access. But over the past few years, there have been upgrades. Prior to his passing, former Chief Counselor, the late David Dean, shared the history of the Berry Islands.
It was a fishing village. That's all was here at that time. Everybody ventured into the early years, the most young men went in the Keys where there was more opportunity for employment.
However, much has changed since those days, including the addition of a reverse osmosis plant by way of a water and sewage project. Then, talks are progressing on the construction of a new government complex replacing the current structure, where a number of concerns remain. Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Islands, Leonardo Lightbourne, explains.
Presently now we have issues in regards to the clinic, which is directly behind me, in regards of infrastructure, wall works, termites, leakages. So in the temporary stage, we're looking to try to infrastructurally get some contractors to come down, assess the building, see how we could make the resident nurses and the doctor here more comfortable.
In recent weeks, Lightbourne has toured much of the area, assessing roads, the airport, and the dock, with the goal of converting the small town to a hub ready for a new wave of opportunities. Lightbourne says he is passionate about ushering change to the area and intends to do all he can to continue with upgrades, improving infrastructure.
We have the airport opening. We have the dock infrastructurally getting ready to be repaved and resurfaced. The road project is on the budget. It's in line. So we look forward to this project as far as maintenance, restructuring the entire island to be done in short order for the people of constituency in Balaxaba and Great Alaki.
While no timeline has been provided for the completion of the various projects, residents have been assured that maintaining the area's character while introducing modern amenities to increase economic potential is at the heart of these latest efforts.
And plans for the creation of a National School of Arts are in the making. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, says their mission is to rejuvenate the entire entertainment industry.
Most things for the blueprint of change on the table. We are making preparation, and once the funding is available, you will see these things come to fruition. But that School of Art is definitely coming, and I think you'll see that in place before the end of the year. People are looking for the physical structure. That doesn't have to be a physical structure to start the School of Art, and I want you to know, in my discussion with the relevant persons who are and stakeholders who will be involved with that, along with this ministry, we intend to have in partnership maybe with UB, and commence that school, but that will be under this physical budget that will be coming come July.
And with this goal in mind, Minister Boleg asked that discussions are underway about a budget for the project, although he was unable to give an exact figure.
I may get a portion, but what we're trying to do within the next 5 years is move towards a level financially where we would empower our youth in every aspect with all 3D units as relates to this ministry, youth, sport, and culture. But culture is one that we surely know and understand that is unbudgeted for as it relates to every aspect outside of Junkanoo. So we definitely want to see some changes in those sections. Now, with the Cultural Commission being put together, they are now putting some policies and procedures in place that will benefit the entertainment industry. And once they're able to present that to myself, I will then present that to my colleagues and see how best we can implement those things that will strengthen the possibility of them again.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On April 1st, 1954, the first organized Family Island Regatta was held in Exuma's Elizabeth Harbor, resulting in an annual event which is the biggest regatta in this country. Also on this day in 1957, Andre Rogers became the country's first Major League Baseball player, signing with the Giants after playing 3 years in the minor leagues.
Make sure that your mission is intact. Yes, Mom! Agent 1, what is the touch? Physical contact, Mom. Agent 2, what is a good touch? touches that make you feel alright, Mom. Such as? A high five, a handshake, even a kiss, Mom. Good. Now, Agent 3, what is a bad touch? Touches that make you feel not so good, Mom. Like a slap, a kick, a pinch. And most important, if someone touches your private part. And what do we do when someone gives us a bad touch? You tell a trusted adult, Mom. For help, Mom. Tell them, don't do that, Mom. Agent, I see that you understand. Now it's your mission to spread this information. Just remember that good touches are okay. And bad touches are not okay. So, Agent, go spread the word. Yes, Mom.
Weekend for track and field as the Griffith Trials will get underway this evening. By the way, the 36-member swim team, they are all ready. Their bags are packed as they head to Barbados later on this month. Well, both teams getting some much-needed donations yesterday.
At FTX, we recognize the importance of corporate social responsibility, and we want to continue to be an example and invite others to join as well. We will make an injection of $100,000 to the overall effort as it relates to being present at CARIFTA. We have also allocated $10,000 to each of the federations that will be participating for a total of $120,000. It is my hope that upon their return to our Bahamas in the next few weeks, we bring home every possible gold medal, because second is for everyone else who didn't practice hard enough.
Accepting the generous gift on behalf of the Bahamas government was the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bole.
The Bahamas is the defending champions in swimming. It's unfortunate that our water polo teams will not get an opportunity to defend their titles. The segment of the championships was cancelled due to insufficient team entering the competition. Our swimmers will definitely make a splash and will successfully defend their title and return home with a title as expected. The Austin Seeley Award is presented to the most outstanding athlete at the track and field championships, and the Bahamas has won this medal on various occasions, actually 7 times. We are looking forward to add another title to our collection. These achievements by our athletes will not go unnoticed, and I am pleased to know that companies such as FTX has taken up the baton and partnered with the Bahamas to ensure that these teams make this trip possible.
B3's President Jamaica Archer, very grateful.
My heart is warmed and my soul is dancing with glee to see that through your contributions today, we have invested in the future prospect of Team Bahamas. And so as we pack our bags with tennis shoes and spikes, with the aquamarine black and gold uniforms, with the black typeset of Bahamas written on the front of our shirts, we intend to bring bountiful yield and a glorious return on your investment.
Meantime, the University of Bahamas men's soccer team with a scrimmage recently as they prepare for the upcoming season.
We've had some opportunities, and we demonstrated we grew from the last scrimmage. We had one scrimmage before this against United, and we were thrashed. Today we're competitive, we're out there. We got to fix a couple of things, but we're playing a much better game, and it's showing growth. So happy with that. Moving off the ball, we were playing like a scrimmage setup, so we're playing like 25s, and in the first 25 we were moving off the ball, we were more aggressive, we had more opportunities. Second 25 we fell apart because we didn't take some opportunities. I think it's tired legs, okay, in some areas, because it is a bit warm out here today. But overall, I'm seeing more movement off ball, which says you're understanding the game, and that's good for us.
Well, LaDawn, some simple acts. We're going to teach some person some things they didn't know this morning. Let's start off with a frozen, saturated sponge and a bite mix and an ice pack that won't drip all over when it melts. I've tried that before. Also, mix fabric softener with water in a spray bottle and spritz your radiators, leaving the house smelling lovely in the winter. And also use toothpaste to get rid of watermarks. Didn't know about that, but I learned something new this morning, all right? And today is what?
April Fool's Day.
There were practical jokes and tricks are played on the unaware, but I think everybody knows what the day is. So April Fool's, so be careful if anybody tells you something. It's also Fossil Day, an environmental demonstration day. The name is in play with the term fossil fuel, and also April Fool's Day. And also, because what other day? International Fun at Work today, and today is Friday. Everybody's going to have fun because it's Friday and they're ready for the weekend. What other way to get a chance to party and work at the same time? It's also, we are a big fan of walking as an exercise. It's also Walk the Work Day, and I know a lot of folks are not going to do this, so it does not apply to the Bahamas because everybody wants to catch a ride. Also, National Sourdough. This is not one of my favorite delicacies, but I know some places like a sourdough bread. I'm not a fan of that.
Banana bread, coconut bread, pineapple, tarts.
Just say F-O-O-D. That's all you like,
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
So what's coming up next? We have some guys in the studio this
they
morning.
can sing.
Gentlemen, if your
All right.
ladies are next by, put a finger in the air because they're going to serenade them and just take them away.
Twenty 2022 is a year of positional manifestation.
My God.
I just said something. A year of positional. Now, I know you may have never heard that before. It means, my brothers and sisters, if you are positioned, you are ready for the manifestation. God is going to reveal himself in the lives of people who know their God.
Sundays at 8:30 a.m. on ZNS TV 13.
We play just like your kids. We text just like your kids. We learn. We even cook. We take selfies. We have hobbies. And we love sports. In every way, we are just like everyone else and enjoy the same things and live our lives every day, just like you do. So if you happen to meet us, treat us just like everyone else. Because at the end of the day,
we're just like you.
Living life with Down syndrome is simply living. To learn more about Down syndrome, call 727-2105. This message is brought to you by
Well, today is Entertainment Friday, and we have Shivago Lang and Kay Darling in studio this morning, LaDawn. And you were just, when they were doing that test, you were just ready. So I'm not even going to introduce yourself, guys.
I go by the name Shivago. I'm a graduate of the University of the Bahamas.
And I'm Cade, just Cade, and we'll be playing today.
What is the song you're playing today?
We are going to be doing When the Stars Go Blue.
All right, put the mic up and we're ready to go.
All right, ready?
Dancing where the stars go blue, dancing where the evening fell, dancing in your wooden shoes, in a wedding gown, dancing out in 7th Street, dancing through the underground, dancing little marionette. Are you happy now? Oh, where do you go when you're lonely? stars go blue. The stars go blue. The stars go blue. Laughing with your pretty mouth, laughing with your broken eyes, laughing with your lover's tongue in a lullaby. And where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? And where do you go when you're lonely? I'll follow you. When the stars go blue, the stars go blue. The stars go blue. The stars go blue. And where do you go when you're lonely? And where do you go when you're blue? And where do you go when you're lonely? I'll follow you. Oh, where do you go?
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
You are about to connect with people who are ready to bring you the most open, honest, and revealing life stories. Welcome to Journey TV.